guys, so HUD Glass reached out to me and decided to send me out one of their Kickstarter projects. I've never had a Kickstarter project before, so that's pretty cool. And it is a heads-up display for any car. So I'm not sure entirely how it works yet. That will be left to find out. But it comes in a very nicely packaged box. Of course, if you guys do want to purchase this, there will be a link to it down below in the description box. But today we're just going to unbox it and we're going to test it out, see how it works. Now the interesting concept about this is it actually uses your smartphone to work. So in my mind that's a good and a bad thing, because it's good because, you know, it means it can literally work on any car. You don't have to mess with the wiring or anything. But it's bad because it can drain your phone battery. It's also good because it'll keep you off your phone while you're driving. But anyways, let's go ahead and unbox this. Alright. Drive safely. Thank you, HUD. I will. Alright, so just how to use. So we'll go through this later when we're ready to install it and use it. Looks like we've got our actual product right here. So you've got the piece of glass and then where your phone sits. So looks like the heads-up display is reflected off of this and your phone kind of sits right here, and it comes with a few different mounts or ways that you can stick it on your dashboard or whatever. So very nicely packaged box. So we're gonna go ahead and get in the car, try to install this, and then test it out and see how it works at least during the day, and I'd like to test it out at night too, and I'll give you guys my thoughts on it and see if this is worth $50, because heads-up displays are something that don't come in even all new cars, so it's still a very nice feature to have. So I definitely think right off the bat that it will be worth the $50 if you're someone who's into that kind of tech and that stuff. But anyways, let's go ahead and install it, and I'll catch up with you guys when we're ready to test it out. So before I install this, I do want to show you guys something that's really nice about this, and it kind of makes it and helps that you can mount it anywhere. This little mounting pad, if you can call it that here, is extremely flexible and malleable, so you can mount it pretty much anywhere that you want. Now normally you might want to mount it, I don't know, maybe right here, but for this video I'm going to mount it probably right here, so that way both me and Josh can see it and I can kind of get a good camera angle on the heads-up display itself. So I'm going to go ahead and mount it here. I'm going to use duct tape because this is not going to be the permanent spot for this heads-up display. It's just for the sake of the video, because it'll probably give me the best footage. So I'm going to go ahead and put some duct tape on here to mount it, and then we'll get started. So we are currently headed out of the neighborhood. I think initial impression is this is a product that won't work very well during the day. From where I'm sitting, I can see what it says, and it's keeping up with it fairly accurately, and it's giving an accurate speed reading, but it's not clear to see, and I think that's mostly because it's extremely sunny out right now and the sun is glaring right on it. So really the weakness is that the phone just can't be bright enough, and as we start to turn away you can see it a bit better. And I do like the speedometer. The speedometer is extremely accurate actually when comparing to what the car is saying. It's just lagging just very slightly behind, and hopefully this GoPro that I have mounted right here can accurately represent the heads-up display. And I think if we were to do this at night, I think it would work flawlessly, because then you wouldn't have to deal with the glare from the sun. I mean, now honestly it is starting to look a little bit better, but I just think that it's kind of hard to use during the day, or at least when it's very bright out, because you're limited by how bright your phone screen can get. And for the record, I'm using my iPhone 6s here, so just kind of the average run-of-the-mill phone, nothing extremely special, so this is probably a good basis to use for a test like this. The little mounting pad that the phone lays on though, that's very nice. We're going around turns, going over bumps, and the phone's not sliding around at all. But yeah, the display though, it does give you the time, it tells you how fast you're going, the directions are very easy to see. Like if you're looking at it on your phone,
it's definitely very nice to look at, and it's no worse than like an Apple Maps or Google Maps. So of course, when you do open this up, this app, they do have some apps that you can download, and if you decide to get this product, then you would see in the little instructions. So we're using one of their apps for this, and they have a HUD mode, so you can either use it just as like a normal maps and just kind of have it, I don't know, plugged in wherever, and it'll tell you like Google Maps would. Or you could have the heads-up display mode, which is of course what we're using, and that will tell you, or it just turns up the brightness the whole way, and it flips the screen in a different orientation so that way it comes up clearly on here. But I mean, really looking at the maps are very clear. They're very accurate. It does keep up extremely well with where you are actually located, which I'm surprised. I thought it would lag behind more. I thought the speed would be a lot less accurate than it actually is. So is this worth $50? If you are someone who likes tech or someone who needs directions everywhere they go, I think that this is worth it for you. But for someone like me who knows their way around and who doesn't necessarily want something like this on their dashboard, I don't think you really need it. So with that being said, again, I think at night this is a good product and I think it'll work, but you're kind of limited by how bright your phone's screen can get. It's not really the product that's flawed here, it's really just your phone's screen not being bright enough. So with that, that's going to wrap up my review of this. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you do want to purchase one of these, a link will be down below in the description. And yeah, I'll see you guys next video.